This is Paul Newman, and if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video on my own personal YouTube channel. Thank you very much for taking the time to join me today. As always, it is very much appreciated. What we're going to do this week is we're going to move forward towards the UK Middle Distance Classics, the Oaks and the Derby at Epsom. I think during the week as well there might be the rescheduled Australian Derby. That race at Eagle Farm was cancelled on Saturday due to low visibility. And also on Saturday it is the final leg of the US Triple Crown, the Belmont Stakes, which this year is held at Saratoga. So a very interesting week ahead. Last week, well, it couldn't have gone any better really. 2 classics, 2 victories, courtesy of Croix du Nord in the Japanese Derby and Camille Pissarro in the French Derby. A good solid 100% success rate this week for the website classicwatch25.great/site.net. That is where people will be able to find all of these horses. Classic Watch 25. You'll see I've got plenty of theatres now. You've got Japanese, USA, UK, Australia, Ireland, France, as well as the UK. Some very decent horses on that website, it's fair to say. What I'm planning to do throughout the year is just update it as and when I get a chance to. The Roll of Honour, when I add horses to it, the races that they have won will be put on to the Roll of Honour at the first stage, and then after that, hopefully throughout the season, I will be getting a chance to update the site as it needs it. You know, it's very difficult to find the time, especially when I'm at the moment still really trying to identify classic winners this season. So it's quite hard to get on and update the site as and when I get a chance. But I do like to try and do so when I can. classicwatch25.great/site.net is where people will be able to find these horses, including this one, maybe. Minnie Hauk, a filly, sired by Frankel, out of a dam called Multilingual, who herself was sired by Dan Silly. Bred by Ben Sangster, BV Sangster, trained by Aidan O'Brien, and owned by Coolmore, Derek Smith, John Magnier, and Michael Tabor. This horse managed to win the listed Cheshire Oaks of 2025. The horse beat Secret of Love by 1 length, turning in her best performance of her career so far on her third start, running to a mark of 97. So the form will give her plenty to find. We've seen fillies run to around the 113, 114 mark in the first UK Classic, so she has got a bit to find on the form. Before that, she was second behind We Might Take It the Long Way, when favourite, ridden by Wayne Lorden, where she ran to a mark of 78 at the Coa in October. And then 18 days later, she returned to Leopardstown, still at a mile, and she managed to beat Subsonic by half a length, again ridden by Wayne Lorden, this time running to a mark of 84. So she has improved by 13 for a pattern race win at Chester, from 84 to 97. But like I said, the form leaves her with a fair bit to find. Take a look at the entries. She is one that's still in the Betfred Oaks, the UK Oaks, on Friday, the 6th of June. She's also in the Group 3 Munster Oaks on the 13th of June. She's also in the Pretty Polly. She's also in the Irish Oaks as well. So they're all still entered in another 2 classics this season, the UK and the Irish Oaks, as well as in the Champion Stakes. And also the horses in the Irish Ledger. So there are three more classic opportunities at this stage in the UK and Ireland for Minnie Hauk, if she proves good enough to take advantage of any of them. People will see, if they look up the dam line of Minnie Hauk, she is dam line 19, which on the Pedigree online thoroughbred database, you'll see that everything is correct there. 2 wins, 3 starts, 1 second. The horse has never been out the first 2 in 3 starts and has earned €14,040 and 68,052 UK pounds. The Cheshire Oaks winner of 2025. Oh, sorry, there's a There's somebody at the door, in the words of the great Emu and Rodhole. So I would best go and take care of that, and I'll be back shortly. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Yeah, sorry about that. These things happen when you live in a house. People knock on your door. Like I said, Minnie Hauk improved from 84 to 97. An improvement of 13 from her maiden victory to her listed victory. But she still could have plenty to find on the form. So what people will need to do, I think, is look at the pedigree of the horse and see if they think the horse can improve. Is the horse related to other horses rated higher than itself? And how many of them and how good are they? That's the question people need to ask themselves when trying to ascertain potential of horses. So what we will do with this horse, Minnie Hauk, we will take a look at the first 5 dams of the horse. We'll pick up any good horses that we can find along the way, and then we will watch the horse Minnie Hauk win the Cheshire Oaks at Chester, and then we will be able to get on with our lives. I think that's the plan. It sounds a good plan, so we will try and stick to it. The first horse we need to take a look at is Tilsit. Horse born in 2017, sired by First Defence out of Multilingual. So this horse is a half-brother, to our horse, Minnie Hauk. Tilsit raced 8 times in his career, 3 wins and 2 seconds in the first 3 in 5 of 8 starts, for earnings of £172,674 UK pounds. This is also actually identified myself on a Reprieve Media CIC Racing. People will see that Tilsit was placed at 4 in the 2021 Group 1 Prix d'Espagne and the Group 2 Summer Mile, as well as winning at 3 the 2020 Group 3 Thoroughbred Stakes at Goodwood. The horse then went to stand at stud in Turkey, where his fee is still priced on arrival. 41 foals in the first crop of Tilsit. Hit the track in 2023. Only one of them has run so far without getting its head in front in the murky non-pattern race world of Turkish racing. Multilingual. The dam of the horse Minnie Hauk, a mare born in 2012, sired by Dancili out of Zenda. Multilingual only raced once in her career and failed to trouble the judge, so not much black type form to note of there. But we've seen she is a dual black type producer already through Tilsit and this horse, Minnie Hauk. What she also is a very, very well-bred filly, Kingman. Kingman, a horse born in 2011, sired by Invincible Spirit out of Zenda. So this Kingman is a half-sister to the dam of our horse. Kingman was never out of the first 2 in 8 starts, 7 wins and 1 second, earnings of £970,834 UK pounds in his career. Kingman at 2 won the Group 3 Solario Stakes of 2013, but it was in his 3-year-old career of 2016 that he made his mark, winning the Irish 2,000 guineas. So this horse is a classic winner. The Irish 2,000 guineas of 2014. He also won the St James's Palace Stakes, the Sussex Stakes, the Prix Jacques Le Marois, and also the Group 3 Greenham Stakes, as well as finishing second in the UK 2,000 guineas, the only time the horse faced defeat, when he was defeated by Knight of Thunder, who is a very good stallion at the moment. Kingman was the 2014 Cartier European Horse of the Year, and the horse entered stud in 2015 at Banstead Manor, which is the stud farm of Juddmonte. You have to say that Kingman has had a solid enough stallion career, currently available for a fee of £125,000 UK pounds. People see that plenty of foals have hit the ground by Kingman now, and he continues to be a regular enough source of pattern winners, albeit at a very high stallion fee. 1,109 foals have gone round by Kingman so far, and to this date, 806 of them have ran. 560 of them have won, and they between them won 1,275 races. Currently, the horse has sired 94 individual stakes winners, who between them have sired 166 stakes winners races, and the horse has also sired 57 individual graded winners, who between them are responsible for taking out 100 graded races. You'll see there that for most ages, 2, 3 and 4, they're a regular source of pattern winners. You will see there. Between the colts and the fillies, the colts seem to hold sway. 65 graded winners to 35 races, and also there has been more colts as well. 33 individual colts have won a graded race compared to 24 fillies, and almost twice as many colts have ran. So that's quite interesting. You'll see there that the Waterside Stakes winners at every trip, even below. Even at 5 furlongs and below, there's been 2 stakes winners, but no graded winners. There's been graded winners at every trip, but as expected for a Guineas winner, you'll see that around the mile, 44 of his stakes winners or graded winners have been produced. 24 at 1400 and 1600 to 1800, another 20. So that seems to be the trip that they won, although they can get one at around a mile and a half. It needed a good strong dam, I would say, though, to get the trip. The horse side, a few horses in Australia that have gone round as well, that have been imported into the country as well. But you'll see mainly that he is a European stallion. Horses of 489 have gone round in Britain, 204 have gone round in France, and 124 have gone round in Ireland. But he has sired group winners pretty much everywhere the horse has been. Solid stallion, but to me he's expensive. Expensive stallion, Kingman. Remote is another one we need to look at. A horse born in 2010, sired by Dan Silly out of Zenda. Remote has only finished out the first 2 once in 5 starts, 3 wins and a third, for earnings of 63,862 UK pounds in his career. Remote managed to win the Group 3 Tercentenary Stakes of 2013 at Royal Ascot. He entered third in 2015 at Harras Vacacion, Argentina, and then he moved to 2020 to Harras Firmamento in place of Zoffany. People will say that Remote is a fair stallion out in Argentina. I think it's fair to say. The price on arrival, you'll see that again, more than enough have gone round so far to indicate that the stallion is fairly decent. 459 foals by Remote have gone round, have been born. 323 of them have ran. Between them, 219 have won 568 races. The horse aside 22 individual stakes winners who have won 37 stakes races. And the horse has already sired 18 individual graded winners who between them have won 25 graded races. Again, rather like his younger brother Kingman, 2, 3 and 4 people looking business at both ages. And again, the colts seem to hold sway over the fillies, which seems common on this line, which is worrying for our filly, it's fair to say. You'll see that the race distance, this one has done a bit more over 5 furlongs than Kingman did, and less over middle distances. But again, 1,400 to 1,600 metres is where you tend to find Remote at its best. Argentina, 294 of them have gone round in Argentina. 14 of them have gone round in Chile. This is a predominantly South American sire. Well, it's a predominantly Argentinian sire, looking at the statistics, with one other stakes winner sired in Panama. Interesting horse, though, Remote, Kingman's baby brother, doing a good stallion job in Argentina. First 11, a horse born in 2015, sired by Frankel, out of Zenda. So again, another one out of Zenda, the second dam of our horse, Minnie Hauk, a very good producer. First 11, raced 11 times in his career, 3 wins, 2 seconds and 2 thirds, 7 out of 11 times in the first 3, earnings of 122,235 UK pounds in his career. First 11, not as good as the other 3. He was only third in the Group 3 Cumberland Lodge Stakes of 2018. That is the only piece of pattern race form the horse has got. The horse has done a few jobs at Spain and went to Spain in the year 2020. I bet they thought, son of Kingman, lovely. And then the horse was moved to Harras de la Barilière in France. In 2025, the horse is standing at Harras de Gelois in France for a fee of €4,000 at the moment. At Harras de la Barilière, they have him at. You see the stud record of first 11, very small crops in Spain, it's fair to say. 18, 16 and 15 in his first 3 crops. Only 49 horses by that first 11 have been born. 32 of them have ran. Between them, 13 of those 32 have won 24 races between them, and no stakes or graded winners at this point anywhere. You'll see there that 30 of them have gone round in Spain, 3 have gone round in France, and one has gone round in Morocco. So yeah, not really, doesn't really seem to be happening for the third stallion out of Zenda at stud at the moment, does it? First 11. On now to the second dam of the horse Zenda, a mare born in 1999, sired by Zamindar, out of Hope. People see that Zenda had a very good career. 3 wins, 3 seconds and a third in the first 3 in 7 out of her 9 starts in her career, managing to win $406,560 American dollars in her career. This horse Zenda is a classic winner. She was the French 1,000 guineas winner of 2002. She was also placed in another 2 Group 1 races, the Coronation Stakes and the Queen Elizabeth II Challenge Cup at Keeneland. She raced in the UK, France, Ireland and the US before suddenly being euthanised in May 2019 due to laminitis. Very good stallion, classic winning mare. Very good mare, classic winning mare who has produced 3 stallions herself. One of them has won a classic. You can't knock a dam like Zenda, however much people try, really. This is top class pedigree that we've got here, considering the fact that she is also a half sister to Oasis Dream, a horse born in the year 2000, sired by Green Desert out of Hope. Oasis Dream raced 9 times in his career, 4 wins, 2 seconds and a third, finishing in the first 3 in 7 out of his 9 starts for earnings of £433,737 UK pounds. Very good horse, Oasis Dream. Won the Group 1 winner at 2, winner of the Middle Park Stakes in 2002. And the horse at 3 won the Group 1 July Cup and the Nunthorpe as well of 2003. Second in the Sprint Cup at Haydock and third in the King's Stand at Royal Ascot. What a champion. Champion, a 2-year-old in England of 2002. The horse entered stud in 2004 at Banstead Manor again, the home of Juddmonte, where he still stands, I think, with his close relative Kingman for a fee of 15,000 UK pounds. He's stood in his career. That's a lot higher than that. You have to say the horse is coming really, I think, towards the end of his stud career now, and I think his crops at the most he was siring 139 in, say, 2009. Under 100 the last 3 years, last 2 years, 2021 and 2022. But a couple of them still proving to be good enough at the moment. A regular source, you will see, of stakes winners throughout his career. The leading Great Britain and Irish sire of 2-year-olds in 2013. Third on the British and Irish sire list in 2010, 2011 and in 2013. Champion broodmare sire in Greece in 2023. 2,022 foals by Oasis Dream have gone round. 1,627 of them have ran. And between them, 1,074 have sired 3,454 race winners. 3,454 races have been won by 1,074 individual winners. The horse has sired 139 individual stakes winners of 265 stakes races. And the horse has also sired 69 individual graded winners of 127 graded races. What a stallion. You'll see here really that again, ages 2, 3 and 4, everybody seems to be in business. And again, you have to say the Colts leading the way. 43 graded winners to 26. It's a Colts line, isn't it? You can safely say that, I think. Again, all distances, Oasis Dream has sired at least one graded race winner. So people very much in business with this horse, it's fair to say. You'll see where they've most gone round. 1,098 have gone round in Britain. 402 have gone round in France and 231 have gone round in Ireland. But he's represented by 60 or 70 runners in a few places. You know, he's done particularly well in the UAE. 7 individual graded winners out of only 87 runners out there. 7 graded winners in Ireland, also side winners there, you'll see, in Australia, Italy, USA. Very good horse, really. Germany. Horse has done well. Canada, South Africa, out of limited opportunities as well. Very good horse, it's fair to say. Oasis Dream, good stallion he's been throughout his career as well. Next one we need to take a look at is Hopeful Light. A gelding born in 1997, sired by Warning out of Hope. Hopeful Light raced 7 times in his career, winning 4 of them, for earnings of $72,357 US. Hopeful Light managed to win the listed Joel Stakes and the listed Sovereign Stakes in Great Britain throughout his career before sadly dying in May 2001. Hope, the dam herself now, 1991. Very interesting line this, it's fair to say. The third dam of the horse, Hope, a mare born in 1991, as I said, sired by the legendary Dancing Brave out of Bahamian. And this mare, the third dam of Minnie Hauk, was actually unraced. But again, they keep coming. They really do. Wemyss Bite, a mare born in 1990, sired again by Dancing Brave out of Bahamians. This is a full sister. A mare at last to our horse. Our mare, sorry, the third dam. Wemyss Bite raced 9 times in her career, 5 wins, 1 second, in the first 2 in 6 of 9 starts, for earnings of £261,149 UK pounds in her career. Classic winner. Wemyss Bite won the 1993 Irish Oaks. Oh, lovely. And she also won the Group 2 Prix de Mayoret, the Group 3 Prix Cleopatra, the Group 3 Prix Penelope, as well as the Prix Messaline. She was also placed in another Group 1, the Prix Vermeil, at some point in her career. Champion 3-year-old filly in Ireland in 1993. She sadly died in April 2009. But she made a mark at stud. She's got her own little family, Beat Hollow. A horse born in 1997, sired by Sadler's Wells out of Wemyss Bite. Beat Hollow raced 12 times in his career, 7 wins, 2 seconds, 2 thirds. Only out of the first 3 in 1 of 12 starts, for earnings of $2,057,918 American dollars. Good horse, Beat Hollow. He won the Newmarket Stakes and the Grand Prix de Paris in the year 2000, as well as finishing 3rd in the UK Derby. And in 2002, the horse won the Arlington Million and the Woodford Reserve Turf Classic in the USA, as well as winning the Manhattan Handicap, finishing 2nd as well in the Eddie Reed Handicap and the Kingland Turf Mile. The horse was stood at Banstead Manor Stud in the UK as well, after being foaled in 1997. So the horse won for group races in 2 continents. Very good horse, Beat Hollow. And if people look at the horse Sea Moon, who is in fact sired by Beat Hollow, they'll be able to see that Beat Hollow was the champion 3-year-old in France in the year 2000. He entered stud in Great Britain in 2003. He sired 511 progeny to race. 309 of them won. And the horse Beat Hollow sired 22 stakes winners, beating up probably the best of them winner of the Doomben Cup, as well as the St Simon Stakes in Newbury. Also sired Wicklow Brave, classic winner of the Irish St Leger in his career at some point, proportional winner of the Prix Marcel Boussac as well. So the horse has sired a couple of Group 1 winners. Beat Hollow. All Mankind, my old mate All Mankind, a gelding, born in 2016. This one was sired by See the Moon out of Wemyss Bay. All Mankind made his mark really in the National Hunt Sphere, winning 9 of 25 starts overall in both codes, 1 place and 4 thirds at the start time of this update of the article, earning £214,521. This horse was very good, novice hurdler. This horse won the Grade 1 Finale Juvenile Hurdle of 2019, a race which is now a Grade 2 race. And the horse also won the JCB Triumph Trial at 3 as well in 2019. 2020, the horse was a Group 1 winning chaser, winner of the Henry VIII Novices Chase, as well as finishing 3rd in the Triumph Hurdle the year before. And at 5, the horse won another 2 Group 2 chases, the Kingmaker Novices Chase at Warwick and the Future Champion Novices Chase at Ayr. A very good horse, trained by Dan Skelton, won over 10 furlongs on the all-weather as well, but is really, as a jumps horse, owned by the Gredleys, this horse will go down as a decent horse, it's fair to say. Yarrolino, horse born in 1996, sired by Caerleon out of Wemyss Bite as well. Yarrolino raced 12 times in his career, 4 wins, 2 seconds and 3 thirds in the first 3 in 9 of 12 starts. Earnings of $169,748 US dollars in his career. Yarolino won the Group 3 Tanforan Handicap out in America and was also second in the listed Lafayette Handicap. Also winner in the UK, then sent to the USA. In his career, another one, bred by Juddmonte. Group 3 winner. New Abbey, a mare born in 1995, sired by Sadler's Wells out of Bahamian. New Abbey raced 5 times in her career, 2 wins, a second and a third. Earnings of 24,276 UK pounds in her career. Only out the first 3 once in 5 starts, according to this. New Abbey was second in the Group 3 Princess Royal Stakes and also placed in the Harvest Filly Stakes as well. So Group 3 unlisted placed filly there, owned and bred as well by Juddmonte at some point in her career. Trellis Bay is another one we need to look at. A mare born in 1996. We've now finished with the Wellis Bite ones. Trellis Bay, a mare born in 1996, sired by Sadler's Wells again, out of Bahamian. Trellis Bay raced 6 times in her career, 1 win and 2 seconds. In the first 2 in 3 out of 6 starts. Earnings of 11,603 UK pounds. Horse was a listed place, though. The horse was placed in the listed Stub Stakes at Newmarket, over a mile. And she is also a black type producer. We're going to take a look at some of these now. Bellamy K, a gelding, born in 2002, sired by Chris, out of Trellis Bay. Bellamy K raced 14 times in his career. The gelding, 6 wins, 1 second and 2 thirds. In the first 3 in 9 of 14 starts, earnings of 369,440 US dollars. Bellamy K won 2 Group 2, Group 2, Group 3 and 2 listed races, as well as being classic placed in the French Ledger, and she was also third in the Grand Prix. Was also third in the Grand Prix de Chantilly. Horse won the Group 2 Prix Maurice de Noy. Horse also won the Group 3 Prix de Hedeville, and 2 listed races, the Prix Volcan and the Prix de la Porte de Madrid. The horse a bit of a stayer, it's fair to say. And the gelding did a good job in his racing career, it's fair to say. Cinnamon Bay, a mare born in 2004, sired by Zamindar out of Trellis Bay. Cinnamon Bay raced 7 times in her career, 3 wins and 2 seconds. In the first 5 of 7 starts. Earnings of 68,100 euros in her career. Cinnamon Bay won the listed Prix d'Angeville at Chantilly of 2007, raced in France, and a black type producer. She is the dam of New Bay, believe it or not. This is a good line. New Bay, a horse born in 2012, sired by Dubarry, out of Cinnamon Bay. So Trellis Bay, the second dam of this one. Bahamian, the third dam. Good horse, New Bay, won 5 of 11 starts in his career, second twice and third once. In the first 3 in 8 of 11 starts, winning 1,962,670 US dollars. New Bay at 3 was a classic winner, of course he was. He won the French Derby of 2015. Horse also won the Group 2 Prix Guillaume de Nano, and the horse also won the Prix Niel. Second in the French 2000 Guineas the same year, and third in the Arc. What a career the horse had. And at 4, the horse managed to win the Group 3 Prix Gontaut-Biron at Deauville, and was 4th in the Irish Champion Stakes of 2016 as well. Entered stud in 2017 at Ballylynch Stud in Ireland, another one owned and bred by Juddmonte. And again, a virgin in stallion, really, again. I think on the expensive side, really, in 2025 at 75,000 euros. But the horse is doing quite well at stud, it's fair to say. Again, siring plenty of horses in his crops. The last 2 crops, his biggest of 134 and 126. After doing quite well in his first 4 crops, it's fair to say. The horse so far, New Bay, has sired 561 foals. 375 of them have ran, and between them 225 winners have won 541 races. The horse has sired 22 individual stakes winners of 40 stakes races, and the horse has also sired 15 individual graded winners of 26 graded races. So again, pretty good stallion. Well, like some of the other stallions we've looked at, people looking business at 2, 3 and 4 don't they, for stakes winners. And again, the colts dominating. There's only been one filly, one graded race winner winning filly, side by New Bay, against 14 colts. You want a colt on this line. We want a filly, Minnie Hauk. She will have to be very good, I think, to land a classic. Looking at this, it's been done with Wemmy's Bite, so you never know. You shouldn't get too negative on my own horses, really. People see the race distances. This time there's not much over 5 or 6 furlongs with this one. This one looks to produce more out-and-out stayers, only between 6 and 7 furlongs, only one stakes winner. People 7 furlongs and above could be in business with this horse. You do really need to go a bit further and be a bit more patient, I think, with this one. People will see that the horse has been predominantly raced in Great Britain, 196. 90 of them have gone round in France, and 68 of them have gone round in Ireland. Others have gone round in places like Italy, Germany as well. Doing quite well in Australia, 11 runners and 3 individual graded race winners. So you can't knock this stallion, I don't think. Apart from, I think, he is probably a little bit expensive, but he is a good horse and he is well bred. So what do people expect, I suppose? Very well bred horse, it's fair to say. I think he outside a Group 1 winner, Saffron Beach, there's people buy him. Won the Prix Rothschild and the Sun Chariot. Baybridge won the Ascot Champion Stakes. Bayside Boy, of course, won the QE2 and the Champagne Stakes Age 2. New Mandate, Group 2 winner. Jumby, another Group 2 winner. So the horse has sired some nice horses. Classic winners there. German 2000 Guineas winner. Devil's Point, of course, was sired by New Bay as well. Some very interesting horses. You'd have to say a stallion on the up. But at this stage, 75,000 to me is a little bit pricey, I think. It's fair to say. People are willing to pay it, though, then they will charge it. Glowing is another one people need to look at. And they're born in 2005. Oh, no, sorry, this is another Wemmy's Bite one. My mistake. Glowing, a mare, born in 2005, sired by Dan Silly out of Brightest. People will see that Wemmy's Bite is the second dam of this one, and Bohemian the third dam. Glowing raced 12 times in her career, 3 wins and 1/3 in her career, earnings of 75,270 UK pounds. Glowing won the 2008 Group 3 Brownstown Stakes in Ferrial, in 2009, at 4. Group 3 winner, sold for €600,000 in full to Harlan's Holiday at the end of her racing career. Other ones we need to take a look at on this line, really. We've got to take a look at Coraline, haven't we? Coraline is another one who is out of Bohemian, and she is the second down of some top-class horses. Reefscape, a sub-fertile horse, unfortunately, at stud. A horse born in 2001, sired by Linamix, out of Coraline. Reefscape raced 30 times in his career, 5 wins, 8 seconds and 4/3. In the first 3 in 17 out of 30 starts, for earnings of 447,777 UK pounds in his life. Good horse. Reefscape won the Prix Cadran and the Group 2 Prix Hubert de Chaudenay in his career, as well as the Group 3 Prix Gladiateur and the listed Prix de Lavre in France. Group 1, Group 2, Group 3 winner. Stayer, really. Also second in the Ascot Gold Cup, second in the Prix Gannet as well. Third in the Coronation Cup as well in his career. Entered stud between 2007 and 2009 at Glebe House stud. Suffered from fertility issues and later gelded and returned to racing in France. Over the national hunt fences, obstacles, no decent success, unfortunately, there for the horse. Good horse, Reefscape. Coastal Path, a horse born in 2004, sired by Halling, another one out of Coraline. Coastal Path raced 10 times in his career, 6 wins, 1 second and 2/3, only out of the first 3 in 9. And in the first 3, in 9 of 10 starts. Earnings of €319,065 in his career. National Hunt Stallion, Coastal Path, doing a decent enough job. Winner of the Group 2 Prix Hubert de Chaudenay in his career, as well as the Group 3 Prix Lutece and the Group 3 Prix de Varberville, and the Group 3, which is now Group 1. Prix Vicomtesse Vigier, that race has gone up the rankings quick, hasn't it? Another one that was placed in the Royal Ascot Gold Cup, as well as being placed in the Prix Courgelet, pretty similar to Reefscape, really. Retired to stud in 2010, retired from covering duty in 2019 after suffering fertility issues as well. He sired many half-bloods and self-Francais as well, before suddenly dying on the 15th of June 2022. Arguably the best of the lot, though, the legendary stallion Marteline, in my view, one of the best national hunt stallions there's been in the last 20 years. Marteline, a horse born in 1999, sired by Linamix. So it's a full brother to Reef Skate, this one. Out of a dam called Coraline again. Marteline raced 22 times in his career, 5 wins, 5 seconds and 2/3. In the first 3.5 of his starts, 12 of 22, just over half. Earnings of €263,033 in his career. Marteline managed to finish 4th in the Group 3 Prix de Conde of 2001 at 2. At 3, the horse was placed in the Group 3 Prix La Force and a listed race, the Prix Michel Hoivet. But it was at 4 and 5 that the horse managed to get his head in front. At 4, the horse won the Group 2 Prix Maurice Denoy at Maison Lafitte, and the horse also won the Group 3 Prix de Hedeville at Longchamp. Placed in three more Group 2 races, the Grand Prix de Chantilly, Prix Foy, and the Prix Jean de Chaudenay, and also placed in the 4th in the Cumberland Lodge Stakes. And at 5, the horse won the listed Prix de Reur and was also placed in the Grand Prix de Deauville. Another Group 2 race, just couldn't make that Group 1 breakthrough. But a Group 2 and Group 3 winner and listed winner was he as well, yes, nonetheless. Marteline, very good horse. So he died in his paddock in November 2019 due to a heart condition after being pensioned off. He sired many SF, AQPSs, etc. as well as a national hunt stallion. Very good horse, Marteline, and a very good stallion. It's fair to say. Clear Thinking is the next one, a gelding, born in the year 2000, sired by Rainbow Quest, out of Coraline. People will see that Clear Thinking raced 17 times in his career, 2 wins, 1 second, and the horse finishing 3rd 7 times in his career. 10 out of 17 in the first 3 for 77,399 UK pounds in his career. Clear Thinking was placed in 2 Group 2 races and 2 Group 3 races while racing in France, the Prix Hubert de Chaudenay and the Maurice Denoy Group 2, and the Prix de la Teste, Prix Bertrand Group 3. So again, they're all racing in the similar races, these, throughout the years. Good horse, Clear Thinking was in his day, but they were obviously better on this line, it's fair to say. The same probably applies to Doha Dream, a horse born in 2013, sired by Shamadal, out of Crystal Reef. People will see that Coraline is the second dam of this horse. Doha Dream raced 18 times in his career, 5 wins, 5 seconds and a 3rd. 11 of 18 in the first 3, earnings of €310,500 in his career. Solid enough horse, Doha Dream, owned by Al Shikab Racing, winner of the Group 2 Prix de Chaudenay of 2016. He also won the listed Derby de l'Ouest. I think that race is at Nantes. And the listed Prix Frédéric Delagrange as well. 2nd in the Coupe de Troyes and 3rd in the Group 2 Prix de Niel. At 4, the horse was placed in the Group 2 Prix de Deauville. And at 5, the horse was placed 2nd in the Group 3 Prix de Barberville. Group 2 winner, though, at his best. Doha Dream for Al Shikab Racing, trained by Andre Fabre. And another one who is currently at stud, standing for a fee of €3,000. Standing at Haras de Hoganay. See how he's doing. You'll see 3 very small crops have been registered so far by Doha Dream, safe to say. Not a lot is happening. 44 foals through Doha Dream in 4 years. 17 of them have ran, and only 4 of them have won. And between them, they have won 5 races. They have won 3 have won at 3, and 2 have won at 4. And the fact that they're all over 2,400 metres plus, apart from them 2, might indicate that this horse is going round siring national hunt horses. See if we can pick up any clues about that. Doesn't really say the horse for their 3rd, the Prix Chalet, of a horse called Dazo Dream, yeah. You'd have to say probably that some of the distance is 3,000 metres. This horse is probably a national hunt stallion. Struggling a bit for numbers, it's fair to say. Doha Dream, we are finally at the 4th dam of this horse, Minnie Hauk, Bahamian. And they're born in 1985, sired by Mill Reef out of Sorbus. Bahamian raced 7 times in her career, 1 win, 2 seconds and 2/3 in the first 3 and 5 of 7. But she only managed to get ahead in front once. Earnings of 23,053 UK pounds in her career. Bahamian won the Oaks Trial, I don't know if that's the one at Newbury or Lingfield, of 1988. She was also 5th in the UK Oaks of that same year. Placed in 2 Group 2 races, the Prix de Pomont at Deauville and the Park Hill Stakes at Doncaster, and was also placed 4th, unplaced, that was. So, Group 2 place listed, dual Group 2 place listed winner, Bahamian, the 4th dam of our horse to go with Multilingual, who raced once, Hope, who was unraced, and Zender, who won a classic. Safe to say that we're doing quite well. You're getting to the first 4 dams, as we know from looking. Bahamian is a black type producer. Oh, would you rather believe it? There's someone at the door again. It's a busy old day today in Newman Towers. I'll be back shortly. Apologies. Everybody, welcome back. Yeah, sorry about that. Bahamian, we have just looked at. I found a couple of relatives that she is related to. Eileen Jenny, an interesting horse, a mare born in 1988, sired by Chris out of Sorbus. So this is our sister to our horse. Eileen Jenny raced 8 times in her career, 2 wins, 2 seconds, 3/3. Only out of the first 3 once in 8 starts. Earnings of 50,304 American dollars. Eileen Jenny, owned by Gerald W. Jennings and bred by Stonethorn Stud Farms, was an Italian listed race winner, winning the Premio Giovanni Folk. Also placed in the Irish Oaks of 1992, as well as being placed in the Group 3 Meld Stakes and the Lapis Stakes, a race in Ireland which I do not sure what happened to. But, interesting horse, it's fair to say. Eileen Jennings, another classic placed filly. The Irish Oaks figuring a couple of times in this pedigree. A race that Minnie Hauk is entered in. Cass Mayo is one we need to look at as well. Cass Mayo, horse born in 1989, sired by Slip Anchor out of Sorbus. Cass Mayo raced 4 times according to this, 2 wins, 2 places, never out of the first 2 in 4 starts. Earnings of 34,147 US dollars. Cass Mayo won the listed Troy Stakes. I don't know when that horse won the race, but another one owned by Mrs. P. Hazelden and bred by Stonethorn Stud Farms as well. So, yeah, some very interesting horses. We can look at the 5th dam quickly. Sorbus, a mare born in 1975, sired by Busted out of Censorship. Sorbus, don't know how many races she placed or shows, but we know she raced 10 times and won once for earnings of 2,976 US dollars. In fact, the horse had a very good career. She finished first in the Irish Oaks of 1978, but was disqualified and placed second. She was also second in the Irish 1,000 Guineas and the Irish Ledger and the Yorkshire Oaks, Sorbus, before suddenly dying in 1999. What an eventful career she had. Triple classic place, and she actually passed the post once in them, but was disqualified from winning. So, yeah, very interesting dam line I think we've got here. It's bred classic winners. It's got classic winners on it itself. People take a look at the historical line. There's our section. You'll see that we've got Sorbus, Bahamian, Wemyss Bite, the Irish Oaks winner, and Zender, the French 1,000 Guineas winner on the side. Obviously, Newbay and all them were foaled sadly after this fantastic woman passed away. I'm sure she would have enjoyed putting all those on her site, but Oasis Dream did manage to get on, foaled in 2000. That's our session there, though. It goes all the way back to 1942, so there's not really much to go on. We could have had some Australian horses if we wanted to, both out of Daniel and Shamadale, but I decided to leave them alone because I thought the case was well and truly proved. I think now really all what is left to do is close down a few tabs to save on CPU, and then to try and work out whether Minnie Hauk is a classic filly. She's certainly heading in the right direction, I think, judging by her Cheshire Oaks victory in May. That is a race that does tend to be quite crucial in the odd classic year. I think Save the Last Dance, an Aidan O'Brien filly, managed to win the Cheshire Oaks before winning the UK Oaks recently. A horse not related to this horse in the slightest, but you will have to see that the form patterns are similar. So what we're going to do today, since Minnie Hauk didn't win first time out, is we're going to watch her win the Cheshire Oaks at Chester this May. And then we are going to see what we think and try and work out whether we think Minnie Hauk is a classic horse or not. So let's watch the Cheshire Oaks and see what we think, shall we?
Ready for the Weatherby's e-Passport Cheshire Oaks. Listed for fillies, they jump away. Secret of Love on the inside in the green and white hoops. Modern Utopia going to be dropped in behind the field from a wide-ish draw. Secret of Love quite keen in the noseband. Out wide is Ryan Moore on Minnie Hauk. Wants to go forward from there by the look of things, with Queen of Thieves now for company. So a few changes. Secret of Love on the inside then of Kate O'Reilly in the yellow with the black striped sleeves. Just to the outside of that, Amore in the maroon jacket. Modern Utopia is towards the back, and second last is Casby Star in the light blue and yellow. Racing in front of the enclosures, then a circuit to go, and it's Queen of Thieves that leaves by a length to in second Minnie Hauk. Then Secret of Love third on the inside from Kate O'Reilly. That's Amore, and then Casby Star, and finally Modern Utopia. Heading left-handed away towards the far side, and Queen of Thieves just extending her advantage a little, goes about 2.5 to 3 lengths clear of Minnie Hauk at this stage of the race, followed by Kate O'Reilly on the outside of Secret of Love, then Casby Star, that's Amore with plenty of cover, and still at the back is Modern Utopia. Turning now for the back straight with just over 5 furlongs left to cover, and Queen of Thieves by a length and a half to Minnie Hauk in second. On the outside, Kate O'Reilly. On the inside is Secret of Love. And they're still tracked then out wide by Casby Star. And on the inside, that's Amore and Ross Orion. And 2 lengths last to Modern Utopia. On they go down the back straight then. And they'll soon be running left-handed, approaching the final 3 furlongs. Queen of Thieves. Minnie Hauk is pulled to the outside and gets to within a half length now. In the hands of Ryan Moore, though he is pushing the filly along. Followed by Secret of Love. And then Kate O'Reilly. That's Amore. And then Casby Star and Modern Utopia, and the pace is lifting, and it's still Queen of Thieves who's doing enough at the moment, but Minnie Hauk is a persistent rival on the outside. In behind, Secret of Love looking awkward as the rider tried to switch off heels David Probert. That's Amore, then followed by Casby Star down the outside of Kate O'Reilly, and Modern Utopia as Minnie Hauk has taken it up, and Queen of Thieves can't go with her. It's Minnie Hauk for Ballydoyle, 2 lengths to Secret of Love. That's Amore stays on, so too Casby Star down the outside. Minnie Hauk still maintaining this advantage. Secret of Love getting a little bit closer, but it's not enough, and Minnie Hauk wins the Cheshire Oaks. From in second, Secret of Love. Casby Star back in third, then that's Amore.
Wow. I think you have to say that this horse on the back of that, Minnie Hauk, she looks absolutely loaded with stamina, don't she? You know, you saw there jockey Ryan Moore had to make plenty of use of her round those tight Chester turns to hold her position. And then as the race intensified in the final closing stages, you saw Minnie Hauk there. She pulled right away, didn't she? What she beat on the day remains to be seen, I suppose, at this early stage of the 3-year-old season. But all she could do really was beat them. And I think she beat them fairly straightforwardly, really, winning by a length and running to a mark of 97. I mean, we've looked at the pedigree, haven't we? And we've watched her win. I would say to me that I would be more confident in a St. Ledger. Based on what I've seen, Minnie Hauk, she's looked, we've seen that the colts tend to dominate the line more than the fillies. Although we have got Wemyss Bite, an Irish Oaks winner, and Sorbus, the 5th dam, was disqualified when winning the Irish Oaks. But you've seen that the colts seem to be at the top end of it most of the time, and just the way the filly ran indicated to me that she would need a proper out-and-out stamina test. Obviously, the UK Oaks might well turn into that this coming Friday, and it will be interesting to see whether this filly Minnie Hauk is allowed to take her chance in the UK Oaks. She's still entered in the Irish Oaks and the Irish St. Ledger, so we have 3 classic options at the end of the year, like I said, at the moment. We'll just take another quick look at them. They're back there at the Oaks, the UK Oaks. And then she's also in like the Munster Oaks, Group 3, Irish Oaks. She could miss the UK Oaks, go from listed up to Group 3, and then run in the Pretty Polly and the Irish Oaks. Yeah, it's a possible path there. Look at that. Is she a UK Oak horse? Time will tell. She's also entered in the 2 Irish Classics at the end of the season, and were she to line up in any of them, then I would say there is a good chance that you will see Minnie Hauk on Classic Watch 25. All in all, a very nice filly, I think. Right, I think I can end this video here now. Thank you very much to everybody for deciding to watch the video. As always, it's very much appreciated. What I will do is I'll leave you a copy of all the Classic Watch 2025 possibles. That way you will be able to watch the playlist at your leisure and learn about the Classic Watch horses if you so wish. Another thing I can do is if you've watched this video right to the end, 50 minutes without subscribing, then I do think really you ought to subscribe to the channel. You obviously enjoy horse racing quite a lot. To sit and listen to me bang on for 50 minutes about horses, I think the best thing you can do is subscribe to the channel, and that way you will not miss any more content at all moving forward on this channel. Right, yeah, I think I can leave this video here now. Interesting prospect, like I said, Minnie Hauk. What we got coming up this week? Well, it's nearly 4 p.m. here on this Monday, and in 30 minutes' time we have the Group 2 Italian Derby. So I will probably go away and watch that just for something to do. Unfortunately, being a Group 2 race, obviously it doesn't ever figure in Classic Watch 25 thinking. But it's unfortunate, really, that Italian racing has been attacked to that extent. I would love to get Italian racing on Classic Watch. Did try a bit last year. I'm still trying. Who knows what will happen? But also, obviously, the UK Oaks, the UK Derby, and the Belmont in America coming up this coming weekend. I'll leave this video here now, I think. Thank you very much, everybody, for taking the time to watch it. Have a fantastic week. Look after yourselves and your loved ones, and take care. Goodbye for now.